Man, you guys had another intense ladder match. And I'm really interested, especially to hear from Jeff, because we saw a lot of Jeff's personal flavor put on this. I loved the ring mat. I loved the tables. I loved all that stuff. How long did you work on that? And how does that even get brought up? Is that something you bring up, Jeff, or did they come to you and say, we want to do this?
Thank you, man. No, it was totally all my idea. Am I looking in the camera? Is that right?
Yeah. Okay. You got it. You got it.
Yeah, I don't do this often. But anyway, yeah, it was totally my idea. And so I sent Tommy Dreamer a text one night because I think I can do that. And he dug it, and then everybody dug it. I just had to make it happen. And just little by little, like I painted the tables when I was at TV tapings and some of the chairs. And then they sent me a canvas to my house. And that's where that was the biggest and hardest job. That canvas was no joke, man. It took me not 10 full days, but 10 days working on it for about 5 hours, probably a day. And I finally got it done. I time-lapsed everything and posted on my Instagram, which was very cool to see all that happen. And I was very proud after that match. But before the match started, like being in there, it was like I was in a dream realm or a Tim Burton movie or something. It was, wow, oh my God, this has never been done in pro wrestling before. It's the first of its kind. And yeah, I was like so excited. And after the match, when we won the titles and everything, we were all filthy from that paint. Because another extreme thing that people probably don't know, that canvas, man, some of it was like sandpaper, where there was it was rough, and it could scratch you up bad if you hit it wrong. But yeah, we were all filthy, and just the strange humor in me after the match, I saw everybody just filthy, and I told Matt, I said, man, that canvas was nasty, baby. Shout out to the nasty boys, and oh man, I was so proud of it. So proud.
It really was. When we came back after the match, and we were doing a post-show meet and greet, and we ended up signing for like 3 hours that night. We didn't leave until 2 a.m. again. But we came back and we had to do a quick shower just because everyone's face and their body and our gear was just covered with these small grainy particles of sand, just the paint remnants coming back up from off the mat. So it was wild. Everybody was covered in that. So we all shared a real good laugh about that. But once again, I can't put over enough how great our dancing partners were in there. ABC, Ace Austin, and Chris Bay. They were absolutely excellent. They played their role to a T, and got to commend the system. Whether you love them or you hate them, they played their roles perfectly, and they were great at everything they did. And we were super happy how all that came out, and we were incredibly proud of that match.
And I've been manifesting this a little bit. I can't help to, because I was probably at first, I was like, I never want to do that again. But when I started thinking about it, I was like, man, the only thing missing from that, everything being combined that I love, was singing some of my original music or having one of my old original TNA themes. So with that said, I kind of see it in the future happening again, the Full Metal Mayhem reimagined, like me versus Moose, or something like that. But I actually sing my original TNA theme, Modest, on the way to the ring. And then all of my passions and love of hobbies and all that stuff would all be together.
And you could also new jacket and just play all your original themes throughout the match too.
And that's a great idea.
I was half expecting to see. I remember the Illuma mummies that you would make way back in the day. I remember seeing those, but I mean, I think it's cool because obviously you guys inspired generations years ago with that, and then with the cinematic work that you all did. But now, I know I follow a bunch of backyard wrestling Instagram accounts. I just know we're going to see something similar to that, where they've got their arenas painted up. I know that there are fans that are going to recreate this venue and the video games and stuff like that. So, I mean, it's very cool to see that you guys are still inspiring people in 2024.
Thanks, Sean. It was cool. One thing that I hate, it wasn't on camera. I'm sure there's a shot of it somewhere. As they were playing the packages before the match, and whenever they revealed the canvas and they brought out the tables and the ladders, the crowd was like, "Ooh, whoa!" You could hear the crowd gasp, and they were excited about it. So that was real cool, just to see that it added to the vibe of the whole match and the main event of Bound for Glory, even before we stepped out there.